I'm KTAR's Colton Krolak. Continuing our special series on housing, we're taking a look at one of the biggest decisions you'll ever have to make in your life. When's the right time to jump from renting a home to buying one, and how you can know if you're really ready to take that leap of faith. Many have had to put the American dream on hold for a bit. Zillow reports Arizona home values have gone up more than 50% in the last 5 years. Meanwhile, the average conventional 30-year mortgage rate has jumped to around 6.6%, an increase of more than 4.25 points. But Doug Ressler, manager of business intelligence with the real estate data company Yardi Matrix, says these on-the-surface costs are just a small piece of the puzzle.
One of the things that has to be considered too is not just the cost of a mortgage, but also the continuing maintenance and expenses that a house would have that you wouldn't normally have in a rental.
Things like insurance, repairs, and maintenance. All told, that comes out to a big chunk of change. On average, buying a home will run you $1,000 a month more than a rental.
Really look out 2-3 years and do a drill down on your budget and be very, cautious in terms of your own budget and what you think the affordability is that you can handle.
So how do you know when's the right time to jump into home ownership? To find the answer, Mike Weinstein, real estate wealth manager at West USA Realty, says you should start by asking yourself the obvious questions like how's your job security and can you afford it? But most importantly, he suggests looking at and maybe even rethinking why you want to buy.
Our angle is helping people build wealth in real estate. So if we are working with a first-time home buyer, we're not actually buying a home, we're buying a house. Because once you're buying a house, we're removing emotion.
And if you can buy a home, Weinstein believes now is a perfect time, adding you can mitigate high interest rates through point buy downs and refinancing.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand because so many people are caught up on interest rates. But the higher interest rates are keeping a lot of buyers out of the market, making the sellers a little bit more desperate. So now we're able to get better deals.
But if you're not sure you'll be able to make it work, there are plenty of local assistance programs that can give you an extra boost. Samantha Keating is a deputy housing director with the city of Phoenix.
As home prices are increasing, that does make it more difficult for those at, households at the lower income levels to be able to find something that they can afford. But that's why we as a city are trying to look into different programs that can assist.
These include down payment and closing cost assistance, discounts off home appraisals, and a new community land trust program.
We have partnered with a local community development corporation, and they use grant funding to purchase properties, rehabilitate those properties, and then they sell the home but retain the land to income qualified buyers so that the home purchase is lower and more affordable.
Regardless of how you end up buying a home, Weinstein says it's important you don't bite off more than you can chew by trying to do it all yourself.
And just writing a contract's only part of it. You got to negotiate. You got to get the best deal possible. Then you got to get inspections. And then what happens if there's something wrong with the roof or something wrong with the foundation? And then you got to make sure that hasn't been any major insurance claims on the property. And then you got to get to remembering just to get the utilities turned on in your name.
Colton Krolak, KTAR News.